Hey, I'm Jenna.
I'm Whitney.
We don't want to work out.
Like ever, but with each other's support.
We can master manageable workouts together. We did it. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, welcome to I Don't Want to Work Out. Today we have a 15-minute core video for you guys. We're going to do a little bit of a warm-up, and then we're going to do 3 sets of 5 exercises for a minute each. Some of them will be, 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. I'll let you know with the timer, and we'll rest in between each set. So we're really gonna get into these core muscles today. And just as a reminder to everybody, when we're talking about our core, we're talking about all these muscles here in the trunk, in the front, and in the back. And we're talking about our glutes and our quads. So that's what we're focusing on today. Sound good, Whitney?
Sounds good. And I want to mention, I'm very unmotivated to work out today. So to try to help myself, I put on workout gear today to signal to myself it's going to happen.
Nice.
So yeah,
I like that. Yeah, that's a great technique. Get those workout clothes on and just tell your body what it's going to do.
Yep.
Okay. All right, cool. So we're going to start up with a bit of a warm up here. So we're going to get on our hands and knees here, and we're going to do some cat-cow stretches to start. All right, so hands and knees, all right? And for cat-cow, it's going to be that breathe in and arch your back up, and just kind of really tuck that pelvis in and push out through those shoulders. Really breathe into that, and then when you're ready, exhale. Push that butt up, arch the back down, get a nice stretch through your belly. Push your head up. Make sure you stay pressing out of those shoulders. You want to make sure we don't sink into our shoulders here. Breathe in. Raise that back up. Really get some nice deep breaths here. That really helps to deepen the stretch. Breathe out. And you can go at your own pace on these. You don't have to follow me exactly. This is coordinating cat-cow with your breath is the best way to do it. Breathe in and up. Out and down. Trying to think to myself of any cat or cow that I've ever seen in these positions.
I mean, cat, sure.
Yeah, I guess this is like a cat that's like, but I don't see how this is cow, this one.
But we personally have lots of cows, and none of them are doing this.
Yeah, so where the hell did they get the name for this one?
There you go.
All right, let's do one more on each side. All right, so let's do a nice deep breath in, and we'll go into that cat. And then out into the cow. Great. All right, next I have alternating toe touches. So we're going to stand up for this one, and we're going to put our arms out like a T, and we're just going to swoop down and touch the opposite toe. And you really want to make sure on this one, okay, that you're hinging at your hips. So you don't want to be rounding out through your back here. You want to hinge and keep your back straight as you do this one.
Is there a certain amount that our feet should be apart?
Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, just like hip width apart. And that's going to really vary for people. But just try to align your feet up with your hips, basically. You don't want to go too far out. I mean, I don't think that would be bad for you, but the hip width apart is really going to activate the core here. Make sure you're breathing.
I feel this behind my legs. Stretching my hamstrings and everything all the way down.
Good. Yeah, I can also feel that. I think because keeping our heels planted here, so it's like pulling on those hamstrings. Okay, just keep going here. Let's just do 5. Let's do 6 more. So 3, 3 more on each side. And then we'll go to our next warm-up activity. And my reminder for everybody today, and I'm gonna say it a lot throughout the episode, is remember to keep breathing. I think sometimes, and I know I do, I don't know about you, Whitney, but I hold my breath a lot when I'm doing core.
Yeah, I definitely think I do. I actually realized recently when I get really stressed, I'm holding my breath at work, and I'm actually like really clenching my jaw down.
Huh, that's interesting. Whitney just passes out at work. All right, so our next one is going to breathe, Whitney, breathe. Our next one is going to be downward dog to plank. So we're going to come into a plank position here. All right, here, or if you want to start in this position on your hands and knees, that's fine too. If you don't want to quite get into that plank yet, either way is fine. The point is you're going to go from here and you're going to push up into downward dog. And when you're in downward dog, you really want to spread those fingers out. You want to plant your thumb and your pointer finger firmly on the ground for stability. And you want to push your chest towards your pelvis, or if you want to think about pushing your chest towards your thighs. Really push into that stretch and then come back to your plank position. Take one breath and then push back up into downward dog. See if you can push a little further in, but don't strain yourself. Heels planted here. Don't want to strain yourself on the warm up. That would not be good. Come back to plank. Nice deep breath. Push up. And we'll come back to plank. And then we'll just do one more here. Nice deep breath in, push up. Really just focusing on
that warning. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope, didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying we're just focusing here on really activating our core, and also you should feel that nice stretch from your heels all the way up to your butt on this. All right, back down. Okay, one more warm-up exercise, and then we're going to get into this workout. This one is called dead bug. This is also a core exercise, but we're going to use it to wake up the core. But this is, if you want to add this to your library of core exercises, this is a good one too. So you're going to come on your back. All right. Knees are going to come up. You're going to create that 90-degree angle with your legs. Arms are going to come up. And you're going to send your right arm back and send your left leg out. And then you're just going to alternate. Left arm back, right leg out. You can hold it for a second, come back in. Keep the back planted on the ground here, especially the small of your back, right above your butt. Try to really keep that on the ground. If you find that the small of your back is arched up, just take a second to readjust and get your full back on the ground for this. Here we go. Just waking up here. Getting a little heat going. Oh, this one, I'm having a hard time keeping the other hand still.
A second ago, I was stuck in one spot. How do I do opposite? My brain said, no.
Where from here? Oh my God, I'm messing this one up so much. Don't watch us, just do it.
But you know what? If you're messing up, that's okay too.
Yeah. No, totally. It is okay, because the main thing here is keeping your back planted on the ground and sending that one leg out, and then that would be enough. So if you mess up the arms, it's okay. Oh my God, I cannot. All right, let's do one more on each side. What is wrong with me on that one? Lack of coordination there. Okay. All right. Okay, that's it for the warm-up. All right, so now we're just going to get right into this core workout. We'll be 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off. And our first exercise is going to be bird dogs. All right, so we're gonna get on our hands and knees, and this is gonna be the opposite of what we just did on our backs. We're actually just gonna do it flipped upside down. We're gonna send one arm out and the opposite leg out. All right, so we'll get started here in 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're sending alternating legs and arms out. Hold it for a couple seconds and then switch to the next one. No need to rush.
What I was gonna say earlier is just a warning, because our most recent episode of plyometrics, after I had completed it, I didn't walk right for 5 days. And it's just a reminder don't overdo it. If you hit a point in your workout that you are fatigued and you might be doing something wrong, take a second, take a break.
Yeah.
Just make sure you're doing it right.
And drop. That's a good point, Whitney. Don't need to get hurt here. Next one is going to be banana hold. We're going to go on our back, and we are going to send the legs out and the arms up, and we're just going to hold this position in 3, 2, 1. All right. They call this banana because I think you're kind of making the shape of a banana with your body.
Jenna, which part of your back should be on the ground? Because the
whole thing. The more of your back you can keep on the ground, the better. If your lower back starts to pop up, then make an adjustment. Maybe take a break for a second. You don't want your lower back to raise up on you here. Okay. Squeeze your butt when you're doing this one. That really helps to keep your whole back on the ground. If you just kind of like squeeze your glutes, squeeze your butt cheeks together, I always find that helps. 5 seconds. 2 and 1, drop. Whew, that one's tough. Next one is going to be bear plank. All right, so we're back on our hands and knees. Okay, and we're just going to lift the knees up like this. All right, and we're just going to stay here. 3, 2, 1. All right, so feet are a couple inches apart. Fingers are spread nice and wide. And we're just holding those knees off the ground. Have you ever done this one?
I was just about to say, I have never done this before, and I love it so far.
Yeah, I know. Same. I was looking up some exercises today, and I was like, oh, I've never done that before. It sounds awesome. We're halfway through here.
Oh, nice. You got this just from looking it up?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I was running out of ideas, so I was like, I'll do a little Google search, and I saw this. And I was like, what? This is on with
very cool.
Armstrong. Yeah. 5 seconds. 2, 1, drop. Next is a reverse lunge with an oblique twist. So we're here, we're stepping back, we're twisting. And then we're back up. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and we're on. Step back, twist. Twist away from the lunge. I did not show that properly on the first one there. So you're stepping back with your right leg, you're twisting to the left.
Twisting towards the foot that's in front. Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Step back, twist. Take your time as you're stepping through these lunges. We've got 15 seconds left here. And on the twist, don't over twist. You don't need to twist all the way around and pop your head off. Just a little twist. This is just kind of for your oblique, your side abs, your side core. Drop. Okay, next is just going to be a regular old plank for 45 seconds. So we're going to be down on the ground here, and you can go on your elbows or up on your arms, whatever you want. Here we go. 2, 1. Let's get up. I like doing the straight arm one.
What's the longest you've ever held a plank?
Ooh. I don't know if you were on the team, but we did do a big plank holding competition one time in the weight room. I think you had graduated, Whitney, but I held it for over 5 minutes. It was really hard.
Yeah.
And I was honestly fueled by the energy of showing off, to be honest.
Of course. I don't know if I ever told you about when I was a lightweight. So my freshman year, we had a wall sit competition.
Ooh.
And never underestimate a lightweight.
I never do.
I made it 45 minutes, and when we hit an hour with like 3 other people, and we had to leave practice, we called it.
45 minutes?
That was just me, and I was like the 3rd one done.
Holy crap, Whitney.
It was
lightweight
unbelievable.
rowers. Yeah, lightweight rowers are a different breed of human altogether.
Yeah,
they find a way. No, we're in the rest right now. We did 5 and we're in the rest. So, no, I was gonna say lightweight rowers don't eat and they outperform everybody. I don't understand it.
That's right. Your secret weapon is rage.
Yeah, I would end up in prison if I ever tried to be a lightweight, I think.
All right,
has been suggested to me before. Okay.
So we just did our 1 of 3. So if that was challenging and you feel like you can't go on, maybe try to sit out the 2nd set and join up on the 3rd. And just with that rest in between. But if you feel good, it looks like we're about to get started again.
That's right. Yeah. This is use these 3 sets however you want. Do 1 twice, do all 3, do 2 of the 3. You know, these are here for you to just kind of use as you want. And I'm glad you mentioned that, Whitney, because any amount of core that you do in your week is a great amount of core. It's just something that you kind of want to sprinkle in. You don't need to hold yourself accountable to unrealistic standards. 5 minutes of core is excellent. If everybody did 5 minutes of core every week, we'd have a lot less back injuries in this world. All right, we're getting into our 2nd set here. All right, so our first exercise is going to be the cross leg crunch. Okay, so you're going to bring your foot over, you're going to cross your ankle over your knee. All right, hands behind your head, and you're going to crunch that way. All right, we'll be on for 45 seconds and go. And we're going to do both sides, so just stay on the one side for the first 45, and then we'll switch to the other.
How far up off the ground should our backs be coming?
Yeah, so with this one, I like to think of crunches as a little bit of hip lift and a little bit of shoulder lift. So lift your butt off the ground and your shoulder blades, but you don't need to do much more than that. Although I think if people have a longer torso, they're going to feel more of a lift in their back. I have a pretty short torso, so this is like a pretty short crunch. 5 seconds left. Okay. Drop. 15 off, and then we're going to just go right into the other side here.
Ooh, that was a bit of a little burner.
Yeah, I got some burn on that. I got more burn in my lower on that one.
Well, no, mine are the upper.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think the dimensions of your body are like really going to affect like where you feel some of these too.
Okay, so I also felt less coordinated on the other side as far as crunching my hips and my shoulder blades, but this side makes more sense.
That's funny. Just noticing whenever I do core, I always notice some sort of an imbalance, and like, but that's like a great reason to do core because we all have them. 5 seconds. Again, like just your friendly reminder to breathe because I stopped breathing, so now I'm just gonna remind you to breathe. Me too. Okay, next one's gonna be a Superman hold. So we're on our stomachs for this. All right, flat on our stomachs. We're gonna start in 5 seconds. We're gonna raise the hands and the feet off the ground, and we're up, and we're just gonna hold this here. And you want to keep your thumbs pointing up. I don't know if you can see it in the video, but my thumbs are pointing up. My toes are pointing out. And I'm really squeezing through the center point, which is my pelvis, like my butt. And I'm squeezing my glutes here. I'm really squeezing my butt cheeks to help keep my body up. And if you need a break, just go down for a second, and then we're back up. Whatever you need here. 15 seconds left. Remember to breathe. This is one of those ones where if you're gonna hold your breath, you're gonna do it on this one. 5 seconds. Point those toes out, stretch your body out, and drop. And next we have a side plank and then another side plank. So we're going to be on for 45 on each side. So we'll come to the side here. I'm going to do these on my elbow. And we are up. Keep those hips off the ground here. You can put your opposite arm up. Stack your feet. Try to keep your body in as many straight lines as possible. Make sure your hips don't dip back on you, or just try to keep as many straight lines as you can. 25 seconds left. Again, if you need a break, just tap out for a second, come back in, or just stop early and jump in on the next one. 15 seconds left here. I do these on my elbow because my shoulders kind of hurt when I do these on my hands. And drop. Come to the other side here.
I feel the exact same way, but for the other, on being on my arm, my hand.
Oh, the front plank, and we're up.
Yeah. With my arm. So I feel more strong this way through my shoulder.
Oh, that's so fun. That's so interesting. Yeah. When I do these on my arm, like on my hands or whatever, my shoulders get so tired that I'm afraid that I'm gonna it feels like I'm like 1 second away from an injury, so I just don't even mess with it.
I gotcha. I feel like here I'm more easily able to feel the line from the floor going up, like through my shoulder. I feel like I have a little weakness in my shoulder when I'm on my elbow.
Oh, that's so interesting. Here we go. 5 seconds left. And that's what it's all about in this one, the straight lines. So that's perfect. Drop. Okay, and that's our second set. That one went by pretty quick.
Yes, it did. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's because we did 2 exercises in that one that were like one side and then the other. Okay, we're just in a little bit of a rest period here, and no need to do anything but just rest. Just give your body a second to catch up, and then we'll go in our third set here. And like Whitney said before, if you're done, you're done. 10 minutes of core is great, or maybe you took a break on the last one, you're jumping in for this one. It's all good. I'm gonna get some water. I've got cotton mouth.
So another warning, the same time. So what happened? We did plyometrics and my legs got sore, and then the next day at work, when my body was in demand to put away 300 boxes, I hurt my back. And what is the first thing they said? Oh, you got a weak core, Whitney? Yes, I do.
Nothing like a little bit of workplace bullying.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm bullying them into the podcast too, so it'll work out.
Yeah, good. Yeah, you called me weak. Well, then join my podcast. I think that my little thing I want to add in there is that even people that have no matter where you are on your core strength, you need to do core. So whether you have quote unquote, maybe you have a weak core right now, or let's just say that you're like Simone Biles and you're, at the top of your, athleticism, she needs to do core every day too. So,
yes,
no matter where you are on the core spectrum, you still need to do core. All right. You ready for our third set?
I'm ready.
Okay, great. So our first exercise is going to be knee ins in a plank position. Okay, so what this is going to look like before I start the timer, and let me just fix my mat here. Okay, so you're going to get into your plank position, okay, and you're going to drive your knee up to your elbow. And you can go same knee, same elbow, or you can go knee to opposite elbow, which is how I like to do it. And you can just switch it up halfway through too. So I'll make sure I throw you a halfway if you want to switch that up. All right. So, okay, cool. All right, here we go. Let me just get my timer set up here. All right, let's get into the plank position, and we're on. 45 seconds here. Continuous movement. Make sure you stay nice and stable here. You don't want to have your body rocking, and keep everything still. Move slow. You don't want to drive.
This reminds me of rock climbing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Halfway. So I'm going to switch to alternating now. 15 seconds, a little less actually. Yeah, you do. That's a good point. Like when you're hanging on the wall and you got to drive your leg up, like that's all core. That's all core and hip flexors. Drop. All right, next is going to be bridge hold. So we're on our backs. All right, and we are going to feet are hip width apart. Okay, toes, fingers touching the back of your heels, and then up. We're on, and we're just driving our hips up here. And this is one where,
correct?
Yes, okay. Thank you. Yes, it's a hold. And this is one where like this, sometimes this hurts my knees. I don't really know why, but if it does, adjust your feet position to make sure that your knees are in a neutral place. This should not hurt your knees at all. So if it does, make some adjustments to relieve your knees of that tension. And just drive that belly up, squeeze those glute muscles, squeeze your butt together. We have 5 seconds left on this hold. And drop. All right, next is going to be hip raises. So we're staying on our back here. We're going to put the legs straight up, hands on the ground. You can put them out, you can put them next to you, whatever. All right, and we're just gonna go hip ups like this. We're gonna drive the heels up to the ceiling, and we're on for 45. And these are more like pulses. So just kind of go at your own pace here, and really try to lift your hips up. And you keep your feet flat if you can. Make sure you breathe. Exhale on the way up. I'm just saying it every time I stop.
I know that's what you're saying.
Here we go, less than 15 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, drop. Okay, next is bicycles. So we're gonna stay on our back here, and we're gonna do our bicycles. So we're just gonna drive opposite elbow to opposite knee. And we're on in 3, 2, 1. On these, just slower is better. Go slow. In fact, do these slow motion if you can, and really just kind of, if you do them in slow motion, you actually get like a lot of burn out of these. So go as slow as you can here.
Oh, I'm going slow.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, these, we have 15 seconds left. A lot of the time when I coach, when I'm coaching like novices, like new athletes, they like go so fast. It's like they're like in the Tour de France or something on these, and I'm like, whoa, like slow down. All right, drop. We've got one more exercise here. It's called plank jacks. So we're in a plank, okay? We're gonna, I don't know if you can see my feet, I'll move up. We're gonna jump out and in, and out and in. And we are on. So it's like jumping jacks in a plank position, sort of. I can hear the liquids in my stomach sloshing around. All that coffee mixing up with the orange juice that I had.
Stop, you're gross.
15 seconds, that is gross.
This is a good time to say that I've invited my coworkers to join us on any of these workouts. And if anyone else is interested, please email us. We'll let you know the time and you can join us live.
Drop. That would be great. Okay, that's it. That is our third set. So thanks for sticking with us. And I just have a short cool down here because I always want to make sure we're rounding our workouts out with a little stretch. So we're going to go back into that cat-cow for a couple breaths, and then we're just going to do a little bit of upward dog just to kind of stretch out the front of the torso here, and then we're done. So let's come onto our hands and knees. Okay, and you might find now that you're warm that you can get a little deeper into these cat-cow. Breathe in and up, out and down, in and up, out and down. Do one more in each direction, in and up. Really just taking care of the back here, out and down. Oh, great. All right, now let's just get a little upward dog in here. So we're gonna come down, put your hips on the ground here. All right, and just let your legs kind of lay dead and push up that upper torso, push out of your shoulders, reach your head back. Feel that stretch from your chin all the way down to your hips. Oh yeah, that feels good. It's kind of hard to breathe on that one.
It really is hard to breathe.
Okay, no breathing on this. All right. Okay. And we're done. That was 15 minutes of core. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Please come back to these core exercises as many times as you want. This video will always be here, and these exercises will always be good to do. So it'll be here for you.
Alrighty. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Hey, great job today. And thank you for working out with us. You can follow us at I Don't Want to Work Out Podcast on Instagram, or shoot us an email at I Don't Want to Work Out Podcast at gmail.com. We can't wait for the next one.